right, so really quickly, a Bible passage came across to me, and I really wanted to encourage you guys about this. And so we're going to end up reading Mark 11, 22 to 24. But because we're just going to spend a little bit of time there, I just wanted to let you know what is the context. Because context is very important when you're focusing on a Bible passage. Understanding what was happening before, where are we, the who, what, where, when, why. So, Mark 22 to 24.
Mark chapter 11?
I'm sorry, Mark 11. Yes, sorry. Mark 11, 22 to 24. So, Mark 11 really starts with, Mark 11 really starts with the triumphal entry. You guys are all familiar with that. This is when they were, everybody was screaming and shouting, Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. They're praising Jesus. Right after that, and if you don't know in Mark, it goes very quickly. It's just, this happens, and then immediately this happens, and then immediately this happens. So right after that, it talks about in verse 15, it talks about Jesus going into Jerusalem, and it talks about the story of him flipping the tables, the money changers, he's in the temple, he gets upset, they're not doing the right thing in the temple. Then, right after that, he starts talking about the fig tree that was withered. And it goes on to verse 20. As they were passing by in the morning, they saw the fig tree that was withered from the roots up. So earlier before this, the fig tree, the fig tree he had cursed and it was withered, and so then Peter is like, Jesus, look, there's a fig tree, and that's the one that you cursed, and now it's all withered and, falling apart. And that's where we start in verse 22. And I'm reading out of the NASB version. And Jesus answered and said to them, have faith in God. Truly, I say to you, whoever says to this mountain, be taken up and thrown into the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that what he says is going to happen, it will be granted to him. Therefore, I say to you, all things for which you pray and ask, believe that you have received them, and they will be granted to you. That is Mark chapter 11, 22 to 24. Such a great passage. So one of the things I want to talk about is what it is not saying. So this is not giving you the free will to name it and claim it, right? I'm going to win the lottery tonight. I walk in faith, I'm asking Jesus, I'm going to win the lottery tonight. That's my lottery ticket. This passage is not giving you the freedom to name it, claim it, and it's yours. It's not for your own personal good. Pretty much nothing from God is intent that you're asking from God. If it's intentionally asking for yourself, that's not where God is. God does not approve of us being selfish. What it is saying is that when we ask in the name of Jesus for his will to be done, then let it be done. What is the root of why you're asking that question? Are you asking for $1 million because you're in debt and because you don't trust God's going to provide? Well then, no, he's not going to give that to you. Are you asking so that you can be obedient to God and so that other people can be blessed and that his will is done? Well then, yes, he will give it to you when you ask in faith and believe it. He will give you the root of what you are asking for. He's asking us to be obedient, and he's asking us to walk in faith. An example that came to me this morning I had a meeting on Zoom for Vacation Bible School. And I said that somebody asked about, I think it was Pastor Hannah, asked about where the games are going to be. It was, I guess, the last time we did Vacation Bible School, it was in this room. And I said, no, we're doing crafts in here. And I said, the games will be outside because I am praying for beautiful weather for Vacation Bible School all week. I am believing that God is going to grant that. I'm walking in confidence of that he is going to provide beautiful weather so that the kids can be glorified that the kids can glorify him and live life to their fullest outside, and then inside here we can worship Jesus. So that's what I'm walking in confidence. Will that happen? I am not a mind reader, I am not a prophet. But I am walking in faith for Jesus. So because I'm walking in faith, I don't have a plan B. People are like, what if? And I was like, I don't do what ifs. I don't like what ifs. This is what I'm walking in faith. And also for the daily barbecue that we have, that we can have it outside so that the weather can, families can be here and know that we are a place that loves Jesus. So that's what it's talking about. So each of you guys are leaders, and I am asking for you to pray before you serve. If you don't already, I'm encouraging you to pray before you serve each week. Pray for each child to experience the Lord. Pray for each leader to have moments of growth through this. There's one example of Joanne, who's not here right now, but Joanne, when she first was serving, the first time she was trying to figure out if this is where she should be, she was shadowing me. And at the end of the day, I asked her, how was that? How did you feel in your spirit? Did you just like it, or did you feel God moving? And she said, Miriam, I felt like I was having church. And that feeling is what you should have. That was really the perfect way to answer that. And so pray for not just each child, but pray for your leaders, pray for the team who's working that day. Pray for yourself that you can experience Jesus. Praying for each area of Kingdom children, not just if you're an elementary teacher, your elementary leader, you're not just praying for that group of people, but praying for pre-K, praying for the nursery, praying for the workers, praying for that nobody gets sick, just pray for the entire thing of each area of Kingdom children. You're also praying for the lesson to be received and the verses to be memorized, but not just memorized because that's what we're supposed to do and maybe they get a prize, but memorized so that it can be hidden in their hearts. In the leaders' hearts. Because if you're teaching in a certain month, you're going to learn the memory verse of the month. And so I pray that you can learn that memory verse as well. Also pray, before each Sunday, don't walk in doubt of the Lord. Walk with the faith that he is and expecting him to move. That passage also talks about God's will being done. God is going to work in these children with or without you. Romans 9:15 and 16 states, for he says to Moses, I will have mercy on whomever I have mercy, and I will show compassion to whomever I show compassion. So then, it does not depend on the person who wants it, nor the person who runs, but on God who has mercy. He is going to use you because he wants to use you. And he's asking you to be obedient so that you can be the vessel. But if you say, no, I'm not, he's going to use somebody else. But his will is still going to be done. And we're praying in faith and we're walking in faith for these children. And he is intentionally called you. You're not just part of a group. You are special, and it is intentional that he has called you to speak through you through these children. So allow God to use you. He desires to use you. You have been chosen by God. This is not an accident. This is not because I'm in church and I need to serve. serve. That's what you may think, that's what may have looked like it, but you are intentionally here. I want you to rest in that. And I want you to believe in faith that Jesus is going to show up. He's going to do miracles in Kingdom Children. He already has, and he will. When you're walking in to serve, walk in knowing that he is going to move. He didn't just move mountains before. He is still moving mountains. You don't know what each child is going through. And even if you are in the nursery and you're watching Azariah, who's only, how old? 5 months old. You're still walking in that confidence and praying over him. And when you're serving in the nursery, you're still praying over these children and knowing that God is doing things that you may not be able to see. So be intentional when you serve on Sunday mornings. Be intentional. You're not just here. God didn't place you here just because we need a spot to fill. Before you guys came, and when I told the other Kingdom Children workers that, okay, I don't want you to be here just because I need help. I will intentionally miss service every single week and watch it online if it means that, or having somebody who shouldn't be there. You guys are intentionally where you should be. So that's my encouragement for the day. I hope you guys feel encouraged. Know that I have your back. Know that I will always support you. I'm always available any time of day. If it's 2 a.m. and you call me, I'm going to answer. Because I'm expecting that if you're calling me at 2 a.m, it's an emergency and you need me. And if it's not, then I'm going to interrupt you and say, can we talk about this tomorrow? And I'll still be there for you tomorrow. So just please know that you are loved by me, each and every one of you. Whether you only serve in the summer, whether you're here once a month, every other month, but you are here intentionally. I love each and every one of you guys. So I wanted to say that. So praise be to the Lord God. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.